Play. Thank you.
A nice, crisp, clean start from both players. And good to see the first point decided with a winner.
Oh!
Well, with the nerves, that one, he won't miss that one in another few games.
15 all.
That's the sort of point that Lleyton Hewitt enjoys so much, comfortable from the back of the court, keeping reasonable length and preventing Safin using his power.
Safin's playing his 7th consecutive Australian Open. Here for the first time in 1999. A couple of years ago, though, he sustained a wrist injury here.
Most of Australia breathes a collective sigh of relief. One of his trademarks.
Well, he's very comfortable as well from the back of the court, Marat Safin. He's capable of accelerating the racket head when he has an opening, and technically very, very good. He's not just a server.
Whoa!
Yeah, Hewitt thrives on this. One of the big problems that if Safin doesn't really pick up the pace on the ground strokes, he's not going to hit too many winners against Hewitt. And that's not good news for him.
Not much pace on any of those balls coming from Lleyton Hewitt.
Well, I think he's slicing the ball a little more than normal as well, Peter, trying to keep the ball low because he's aware of the fact that if it's up in the hitting zone of Safin, he can really give it a smack. So Hewitt's strategy, even early on, seems to be the right one. Don't let Safin get too many shots in the hitting zone.
No first serves into play in this opening service game for Marat Safin.
Yes, well played. That's the type of tennis Safin has to come up with to win points. Very safe on the volley here, decides to come in. That one goes cross court. Nice, comfortable there, good firm volley. Plays the short volley here, good technique. Moves the racket head out in front.
Chance here for the Australian early.
30-40.
If he can capitalise here, the crowd will get even more involved than they are at the moment. Listen for the roar.
That's the slice backhand that Jeff was talking about, and it's paid dividends very early because that ball skids through. Safin, a very, very tall man, he's got to get down before he can come from low to high on that backhand. If he just drives through it when the ball is sliced like that, backhand's going to finish up where it did right there, right in the middle of the net.
He couldn't have wished for a better start. A hold of service, followed by a break of Safin's.
15-9.
We just saw a shot of Lleyton Hewitt's entourage. Some familiar faces up there. One who hasn't been here in this fortnight. Greg Norman flew in today to watch his friend. Endured a 22-hour flight to be here.
Wide.
Well, it's just a beautiful start from Hewitt's perspective. His unforced error rate is extremely minimal, and Safin starting to just make a few extra unforced errors, uncharacteristic error there.
Hewitt has been faultless so far. The unforced error count is 6 zip.
40-11.
That is as good a start as Lleyton Hewitt could possibly have hoped for.
15-9.
Hasn't been at full tilt yet, Safin, on the first serve. 206 k's an hour, his fastest yet. He can certainly serve in the 220 range easily. Well, that's audacious.
Very well disguised as well.
Well, it's a success of a drop shot is disguising well. Safin was moving to the backhand corner, had to run almost in a circle to get this one, and in the end realizing he's not going to get there. Coming under the ball there, Hewitt. Doesn't hit a lot of drop shots, but that was well disguised, well placed.
An opportunity to get on the scoreboard here with this backhand. Look at the balance there. He plants that foot.
The big man from Russia is on the board. Down a break though.
Hewitt leads 3 games to 1.
They're playing for $1.2 million for the winner tonight, but neither of these men would probably even know that figure because there's much more than money at stake here. This is what they play for, the Grand Slam Championships and the trophy.
White, please.
That's a tough shot for Safin, that one. Again, it was the slice.
15.
And on the forehand, he's got to bend because he's got to pull that down the line over the high part of the net. Not easy.
Seems just a little stilted with his
Safin.
with his ground strokes. He's not free flowing as he's capable of. Just still a little tense.
198 kilometres for the first ace of the match.
Cleans the paint.
Another love going for the Australian. He is up and about early and leads by 4 games to 1 with the break.
Love 15.
Yeah, starting to get a little at sorts with himself, Safin, but Hewitt has just been rock solid. I think I've seen him ever start in a match like this where he hasn't made but one error in the first, 5 games.
Love 30.
26 points, 10 unforced errors. That ratio will not get you too far. Well, this is incredible. No one expected a start like this.
We were saying that the only chance Safin had would be to come out and have a start like Hewitt's had.
Yep.
Thank you.
3 chances for the Australian to take a 5-1 lead.
Well, he's won the point, Safin, but that's a panicked way of winning the point for mine, hitting a drop shot at love 40, 1-4. This is high risk.
15-40.
Comes up with a lob volley here and does it beautifully. That's a tough way to save 1 of 3 break points. Got it. Oh, that's a gem.
Well, when he's on song and he hits this one, this is as pretty as any shot that you'll see. Stays down on the ball. Look at the preparation. Plants that foot through. Great balance. Head still on the line.
Still break point.
Swinging a little more freely now, Safin. Just a little extra pace from the racket, and Hewitt quite able to track it down.
Well, if he gets out of this game, it's got to give him a bit of a lift. Down love 40, if he can fight his way through this one. We'll see where he serves that second serve. We haven't seen Safin serve a second serve to the forehand.
Absolutely perfect. What a corker indeed.
Advantage Hewitt.
This is beautifully done. It's a good volley. It's deep. So rather than go down the line or cross court, he elects to go over the top. Safin had to move forward and just beautifully executed from Hewitt. One of his favourite shots.
He was always going to make that.
Lleyton Hewitt must be pinching himself at the moment, and Marat Safin better start pinching himself to wake himself up. Hewitt all over Safin, leads 5-1 in the first set.
Hewitt leads 5-1.
After just 20 minutes, Lleyton Hewitt serving for the set.
Well, Safin's finished as far as this set's concerned. He wants to serve first in the second set. He's got to try and forget this one. Peter Lundgren, his coach there. That'll be a little concern.
Nothing wrong with Hewitt's mobility here this evening. He's done lots of work during the tournament, but moving as quick and covering as much territory as ever and easily.
Brilliant stuff.
Quite incredible start from Hewitt. I think I've covered Hewitt all over the globe on all different surfaces over the last 6 or 7 years on everything, and I've never seen him start a set off here and play the way he's played tonight. He's had one unforced error in this first set as he stands at set points. What an unbelievable effort.
That is as close to perfection in a set, in a championship final, as you could possibly imagine. The last man to take the first set 6-1 and win the championship, Mats Wilander in 1983, also against Ivan Lendl. He won it 1-4 and 4.
Return from Hewitt. He's aware of the fact that Safin just likes to roll that second serve into the backhand almost every time, and Hewitt on a couple of occasions already this evening has run around and hit the forehand. He feels little risk in doing so.
See where this second serve goes. It's been 100% down the middle, a kicker to the backhand. There it is again. I watched the Safin-Federer match upstairs when Roy Emerson was sitting just alongside from me, and it took him about 4 games, and he said this guy serves his second serve down the middle all the time, never goes. So it just shows you what a keen mind he had for what was going on out there in that match. And still Safin, the players are aware of that now, as Jeffrey's mentioned.
And the amazing part is we sat in this very spot 12 months ago and spoke about the same thing.
Yeah. There it is again. He's got to vary that, because against the good players you can't get away with that.
There it is, Hewitt, and as you said, the players and the coaches are aware of it. Roger Rashid actually spoke to me about it before the match yesterday, just to confirm that had been the case. So they brought it here tonight as part of their strategy.
Well, it's very important for the big man here to get off on the right foot. He's got to get a good start in this second set. This one, he really put the burners on here. He thought this one was going in.
Safin's first serve percentage currently 36. He gets away with it though. Troubled on serve, but that was a critical hold of serve for Safin.
Something a little different from Safin. He's just not making a dent at all in Hewitt's armour. Hewitt's just using his pace, and it's just as clean and crisp off the ground as we've ever seen him, Hewitt.
Just the slightest hint of an opening for Safin.
Well, this set, even though it's the early stages, this is a must-win set from Safin. He's never come back in his career ever from 2 sets to love down.
Weapons. The service.
A very worried Peter Lundgren, Marat Safin's coach.
Oh, gee, it's an opportunity missed, but wonderful defence from Hewitt. The return was excellent. Had to struggle, and so quick. That one there, that's tough. And as ever, terrific on the counter-attack, getting that ball just low enough. And Hewitt knows that was a big point.
Safin showing the first signs of frustration at the net after that miss volley.
Yes.
First one of the match to either player. Enormous game here in the scheme of things for Marat Safin in particular, as Fred Stolle said. He doesn't want it to go to 5. Makes it look easy.
Hasn't put a foot wrong. Leads this play. Good first serve. Comes up in the air. A lot of the times Hewitt will back off. Not tonight. He's confident. He's in there. Good round arm volley, and you can see the reaction.
Hewitt taken to deuce, but able to come up with a couple of big points and holds at 1-1 in the second.
1 game on.
And surely Hewitt must almost be experiencing a surreal feeling out there. The expression of being in the zone is overused in sport a lot, but that describes his state of mind at the moment, surely.
Well, he's hitting it crisply and cleanly, as Fred said, right in the middle, but early stages of this second set, it's vitally important to keep that momentum going.
About the only thing that Safin's got going for him, Jeff, is the fact that Hewitt can't possibly play any better than he played in the first set.
First ace for Marat Safin, 209 kilometres an hour. His quickest for the match so far, 211. Was it an ace? Hewitt had a good long look, and with reason.
That serve again to the backhand, the second serve, or into the body, but he just doesn't go out wide of the forehand. Just will not take the risk. I don't know why. He's a tall guy.
Hewitt taking a chance there. And it was a good calculated chance because, again, the Safin serve to the backhand. Hewitt realises there's no risk in running around it. This one finds the line, and Safin, his first serve percentage is woeful, 34%. surely.
He can do no wrong.
Can't get it any better. He was out of that point. Safin was out of it to start off with here. Miraculous recovery. Then he comes in, not quick enough though, slices it. The ball's going away from Hewitt, and he finds room down the line to get it past the tall man. On the line. He's missed it. Puts all sorts of pressure on Safin here. Just scrambling that ball back. Nothing on the return. But it was so short it becomes difficult. Look where this one bounces. Safin likes to hit with a lot of heavy topspin. He knows that Hewitt's on track after it. And he's hit the last one down the line. Pushes that one out.
Well, this would shatter his confidence from 40 love up. Now at deuce. Could have gone either way off the tightly bound net here.
Safin. Left for service.
He's just reading that serve and returning it so well, Hewitt. And all sorts of pressure on the first serve here.
Safin endures a little bit of a heart palpitation.
Left 15.
Not often you find a point like this from Hewitt. He gets the big first serve in, gets the half-court ball, and then smacks it away for a winner. That's left mostly to the big servers.
Left for service.
That last backhand from Safin was nearly a half volley, but it was hit
15,
as
50.
firm as anything that he's hit so far, and he extracted the error. So the big man's not done yet. 15-30.
As well as Hewitt has played, it might come down to just a point or two,
15,
like
40.
these next 2 points, and all of a sudden, in 15 or 20 minutes, this match could be all square. It's been a total domination by the Australian, but Safin has the chance to edge in front in the second set right here. And there is the break. Safin back in business.
How big is that last game now?
Huge.
Unbelievable how things turn so quickly.
3 games to 1.
But Safin still has to do the job. He has to hold serve here to consolidate. Safin's serve points won, 50% first serves, 58% second serves.
Second ace for the big man.
Beautiful motion on the serve. If he doesn't get that ball tossed too far over the left, which sometimes causes him problems, but not much can go wrong with it.
Well, he's got so much respect for the Hewitt speed and counter-attacking abilities that he only comes to the net, Safin, when he's certain, such as here, that he's got Hewitt in real difficulties, and the volley will be simple. It's a very good approach shot.
Effortless.
Well, it was a net cord that screwed it up there for Hewitt. He was in on the approach, but then he is just left there after this one, just wondering, because Safin's got many choices here. Hewitt guesses, moves to the right a little bit, opens up the court down the backhand wing.
Very confident in his own ability off the ground here tonight. Hewitt over the high part of the net. Struck it beautifully.
Late call, it's called wide.
These guys under pressure too. Carlos Ramos, he didn't.
In the end, it matters not. Hewitt serving at 1-4.
59.
This is where Hewitt normally digs in. It's only the one service break.
No pace on that second serve, 138 kilometres an hour. Hewitt saying to Safin, if you want to generate some pace, make your own.
That's the service.
Pulled off that one totally. Safin's got to keep his mind on the job. He's got to concentrate. He has concentration lapses.
2 free points. The first 2 in this game, weren't they, Fred? Off ordinary serves. Just a free point from Safin on both times.
Hewitt deciding not to make an issue of a ball that was right on the baseline in the middle of that rally.
40-15.
Hewitt's first serve percentage not what it should be either. 51% and dropping.
Game, Hewitt.
Now this is the game that Safin has to keep his mind on the job. It's the 7th game of the 2nd set. And if he loses this game, he's going to be in all sorts of strife.
Well, Hewitt came back from 1-4 in the 3rd set against Andy Roddick in the semis at a set all. Came back to take that set in a tiebreaker, so he's certainly not about to let this set go.
No, and Safin has played a few loose points in that last game.
Hesitated here, Safin. Look where he is. He just didn't commit to coming all the way forward to the net. And when you're on the service line against Hewitt,
yep, you're in
totally
trouble.
vulnerable.
Good save from the Russian there. Had it been a little deeper, Hewitt would have been able to scramble. Look where he is, though, and the angle here is just enough to save it inside the court there. Had it been a metre further back, this one, then Hewitt would have tracked it down.
And that is his quickest for the match, 213 kilometres an hour.
Yeah, he can pick it up to a bit more than that. But this he desperately needs to hold here. Wayward backhand, no balance on that shot, pulled off it. So as we were talking about, just a couple of shots here and there. Hewitt's been very solid. He's not going to give him a couple of loose ones now.
Probably the first of the real clutch points of this match, especially for Safin.
Well,
40-30.
Greg Norman, twice a major championship winner. Lleyton Hewitt, twice a Grand Slam winner. For the moment.
Thank you.
Almost a wry smile on the face of Safin. He was very solid under pressure. Safin just one game away from levelling this match.
$15 left.
Good tennis all round there.
Started with that return, didn't it? Hewitt on the defensive. Look at this approach shot. Wide. Didn't quite get all of this smash. Had to play yet another shot.
Safin whacking himself on the thigh, saying, get that foot across, get it over there, get the feet moving. Pinpoint accuracy on the serve, though, from Hewitt.
Safin would love to do it here because it would mean that he would be serving first in the third set.
Ten unforced errors now from the racket of Hewitt.
That means there's been 9 in this set.
Yep.
40-30.
Two aces apiece now.
Big return from Safin. He's certainly picking the pace up off the ground.
Well, he's found a slot there, hasn't he? The players work around when they play to try and find a comfortable position where they can have a crack at the return off a second serve. And it seems Safin's found that spot now where he can swing freely and get the ball in the hitting zone.
Second service.
Been a courageous comeback by the big man from Russia.
Advantage Safin.
6 feet 4 inches of him, 193 centimetres. He could have easily dropped his bundle the way the first set had gone.
He could have dropped it had he lost that game to go down 2-1 that he held.
Set point.
Yes. Black for service.
Yes, it was the forehand return, was a miss hit. Just didn't get any depth on it, and it sat up.
Advantage
This one here, right off the top of the frame. Hewitt moves into position, no question. Beautiful to watch when he's on song, and he's in the slot with his backhand at the moment during the rally, and then he picks up the pace, gets the one down the line.
Just occasionally snatching at it. Peter Lundgren drops his head.
Advantage Hewitt.
Absolutely stone cold dead. Hewitt fights off a break point, a set point for Safin. Will he get another one?
Safin leads 5 games to 3.
He has still the break in hand.
Well, Lundgren, we had seen the point before this with the head dropped. He knew how important it was for Safin, A, to win that set, and B, if he could, to serve first, as you mentioned, Peter, in the third. Now pressured back on Safin, having to serve this out.
Safin needs to get first serves into play. Not again.
Oh!
Well,
Can you believe that?
obviously thinks everybody's against him.
But nevertheless, Fred, he was a little lethargic getting up there. I thought he had time. This ball really sits up, and he's got plenty of time here, Safin, but he's just not.
Well, he's a big man.
Well, yeah.
And he mishits it though when he gets up there. He just doesn't have that other shot. Once that ball gets below the net, that's the second one of those that he's framed.
You might not see 2 of those in one match, but 2 in 2 points is remarkable.
Hey! 15 all. No! 30-15.
Hewitt looking up to his entourage for assurance. Was way out. Good call.
The Australian showing signs of aggression. He knows it's now or never for the second set. Safin thought it was out clearly.
30 all. Non la può ver fora.
Terrific drop shot. Safin started early, he read it, but the shot was too good. But certainly the point before that one there, he thought was long, Safin, but seemingly he's incorrect. And starting to get, for the first time in this match, just a little rattled. A couple of net cords have gone against him. That call, he wanted for it to be out. Big moment here.
Must put the frustration aside and go through the process.
Oh, good second serve. Hewitt knowing full well that was going to be there. That's what he said. He has not hit one out wide. Hewitt took the risk. But it was an excellent second serve, this one. Look at it, jumps up. Where Hewitt had to try and just get out of the way of that one. Couldn't control it. And you see his displeasure with that.
Safin with a second set point. After 1 hour and 5 minutes, we are locked together in the final.
15-9.
Different Safin now. He's realised that slice backhand, this one, look, you've got to bend the knees, and he comes right from low to high on that one, right up and around the side of the ball.
Oh, he's fluent now at the Russian. A half volley there, wanting to take time away from Hewitt, and did so successfully.
30 all.
Look at this half volley, wanting Hewitt to have so little time to use his foot speed to get back in and defend.
And that's just pace of shot. Pace of shot and depth of shot. And as good as Hewitt is, he can't get in position to do much with this. He's on the back foot, forcing him back.
This is the time throughout this fortnight that players sometimes have been a little upset with Hewitt, with the come-on coming on their mistake rather than a Hewitt winner.
Advantage Hewitt. Yes.
Safin's spirits have certainly been buoyed by the second set scoreline. His body language has been different. What a difference a break here would make. He's got a second chance to do just that.
And he's starting to make a few errors. Those things were not, he was hitting those crisply and deep in the opening set. He played a perfect opening set, Hewitt.
Another good serve from Hewitt.
Yes.
We haven't heard much emotion from the Australian, even during that dominant first set. He realises the importance of this opening game of set 3.
Advantage Hewitt.
And he sets up this one. He's made a few of them a little bit late. through the strike zone on that one. Come on, mate.
There's the first big one.
First game.
Time will tell.
Outstanding defence again from Hewitt. There were a couple of shots there that not only would many not have gotten to, they certainly wouldn't have been able to get there quickly enough to hit defensive, difficult shots such as that.
For all of his brilliance at times, almost inevitably in a match, Marat Safin will go through a valley. Hewitt will have to capitalise when he does. Is this it?
Well, he saved a couple of break points in that last game. He's got an opportunity here, love 30. This will really annoy the big fella if Hewitt can break here.
15-30.
Great time to do that. 199 straight up the middle. The Russian fans are here too. They are hopelessly outnumbered.
Well, a big save there, that one, for the Russian. This one slides it down the line. He thought it was wide, but boy, did he make sure he covered it.
Still a little glimmer of hope here for Hewitt.
Super defence from Hewitt.
How quick is he?
Well, he read that drop shot. That's what you were just saying. Safin says, well, Hewitt reads things better than most. And before he even played this one, Hewitt was on his way. Safin had all the court open to drive the ball. Here's the dirt. Gets to it. No mistake, that one. So what a break here for Lleyton Hewitt.
Thank you.
Safin can't believe he did that.
Please. Thank you.
He won't play a drop shot off that one.
Yes.
What a time to come up with your quickest serve for the match. 214 kilometres an hour.
This is what he should have done with the last one. He had the ball was high enough to do it off the backhand. Play drop shots on this rebound ace against Hewitt is nearly impossible.
No! Is there any shot he can't get to?
Almost joined the ball kids on the side of the court.
An unbelievable effort from both players here. Aren't they giving it their all here? Hewitt stretches. Safin clocks this one, finds the angle. It was even inside the service box, and still Hewitt forces him to play one more shot.
and it wears at you because you start going for more than you really want to. So concerned are you as to the speed of Hewitt?
That last one there, he tried to hit for a winner. He didn't want that to come back. Found the tape.
Advantage, Safin.
Just his 4th ace of the match. 3 to Hewitt.
Thank you. Correction ball's good. We'll go to points.
Hewitt has gone ballistic.
Ball was good. Hewitt's wrong.
Carlos Ramos with an important and correct overrule. Replay shows part of the ball was on the line.
Went right through the line. They replay the point. Well, actually Safin's the one that suffers here. Safin's the one that's had a little bit of bad luck because Hewitt missed that ball, hit it into the net. That would have been game to Safin. We're standing at deuce right now.
Missed
Missed it.
Advantage, Hewitt.
This would be a huge blow to Safin if he was to lose this.
Especially after having 2 break points on the Hewitt serve in the first game of this set.
Well, then that overrule basically would have given him the game, and they replayed the point.
We talked about, Fred, that game in the women's final yesterday between Serena Williams and Lindsay Davenport and how critical that was. This might be the equivalent tonight.
Oh, he's made it again. Talking about reading the play. He almost got there too soon.
Incredible effort again, this one. Boy. Just jabbed at it.
He overran it.
Knew he just had to get it down the line. Apologises. He apologised for the mishit return. Not for the passing shot.
3rd break point for the Australian. That's long. Safin's racket goes. It's smashed onto the rebound ace surface. That might be the match changer. That game there.
Hewitt leads 2 games to love.
I can't believe he hasn't changed his racket, Safin, because I think that broke for sure.
Well, that's got to be disappointing. I feel a little bit there for him because of that overrule.
Thank you.
That happens in the sport, and now he has an uphill battle in this 3rd set. He's got to fight all these fans, Hewitt, and his own emotions. And Hewitt's not going to let him off the hook. You can see the shaking of the head from Safin.
Two aces.
Gotta say, this guy's got more guts. Defensive plays, miss hits, he turns into winners. Now 2 aces to consolidate this third set break.
Too good. There it goes again.
That racket has a limited lifespan.
The approach shot was nowhere near good enough, and Hewitt, as ever, never overplays the first shot. It's like billiards. He plays one shot to set it up for the next shot, totally under control.
Again.
It was a bit of brilliance from Safin, but he's still shaking his head.
Tough shot to play. This is the good effort, though. The stretch volley on the next one.
Well, the boot could be on the other foot here. Safin can get the next point. The doubts might start creeping into the Australian's mind that it might be an immediate break back. Broken now.
The only problem with this now, Jeff, is that Safin's had his 3-minute injury timeout.
He's calmed down a little.
Calmed down a little bit, had time to reflect, and
well, certainly it was Hewitt that had won the mental battle up to that point.
Well, that was the thing of the evening, wasn't it? That we felt that Hewitt's going to win the mental battle against any of these players.
Question ball is good. Look at the points.
1 each. Carlos Ramos gets a similar reaction from Marat.
Speaking to him in Spanish here now. This one's good.
Clearly good.
So it's a good overall. Pretty fragile Safin. He's just about ready to explode.
playable. Swinging wide away from the Hewitt forehand at 195 kilometres an hour. Jeff, as we watch this in replay, you and I saw the match against Olivier Rochus the other day. Safin was frustrated throughout much of that match. After he had the explosion, he was a better player. He'd calmed down a bit, got it out of his system.
He was. But Peter Lundgren believes that he is better off letting his emotions run freely, get him out. And, he believes that he plays a little better.
Peter Lundgren being Safin's coach. He used to coach Roger Federer.
Hewitt leads 3 games to 1.
Fittingly a perfect night in Melbourne. Weather has been magnificent for these championships for all bar one day.
Mental battle continues. Safin battling himself. Yes, one of the best rallies, the best rally of the night. Toe to toe, slice, topspin. Safin barely gets out to this one. And then the control that Hewitt has, uses the pace, steers it into the open court, and Safin says too much.
He does say too much. 31-stroke rally, and Safin's out of breath at the back of the court. And he's certainly looking a little fatigued. If he had a requirement for a rub midway through this third set, that last rally would have done him no good whatsoever.
No, if the thighs are a little fatigued at the moment, he's got a lot more running to do yet.
Still Hewitt just operating at 48% of first serves into play. In this set, 43.
Flat for service.
Just the 1 point against the Hewitt serve. Once again, he's able to consolidate the break. Ace number 7 for the big Russian. That one at 203. Quickest for the match, 2:15.
Well, this is just what he needs to have a bit of a breather. An easy service game. He is getting a little rattled.
Left for service. Marat Safin.
Love game for Marat Safin. Follows Hewitt's love game on his serve.
4 games to 2.
There are 19,273 people in Melbourne Park tonight, around 15 to 15,500 of them in this wonderful stadium. So around 4,000 people outside watching in Garden Square on the big screen. And it's an all-time attendance record, 543,873. It smashed the record from 2001 by 30 people.
So the fanatics have put it over the top.
Exactly.
That's just lack of footwork for me. He was in the net in good position, just needed to
30
make an extra step to this volley, and instead he just reaches. It's one big step instead of 2 small ones.
Hewitt acknowledging the shot from his opponent, as he has done several times throughout this match.
Well, they have great respect for one another. Watch the angle Safin creates from here, from deep in the court. Gets that left hand through, and that was hit cleanly. That wasn't a miss hit. That was hit cleanly and meant to go there.
Well, I think he's going to need more of that sort of play, Safin. He's going to need to shorten up the points, look to be as aggressive as possible, as early in the point as he possibly can. Otherwise, Hewitt's just going to wear him down. Simple as that.
If Safin's to be any hope of getting back into this third set, you would think that this is a must-win point. And win it he does.
He set that one up beautifully in a return of serve, got the short forehand.
40.
The off forehand, flattened it out. Big moment now. Oh, it was an ace too. There's the heels around, and he does touch the line. It's an unusual motion on the serve with his feet anyway. Well, he looks up there. Safin looked up after that rally because he thought he'd won the point. Hewitt scampers out 33 shots in this rally. He thought he'd won it here and goes around the net post. And Safin just can't believe it.
Sportsmanlike conduct warning, Mr. Hewitt.
Yep, well, he went after. You can see him there gesticulating to the linesman who'd called the foot fault. And whatever he said, he's been given a warning by the chair umpire, Carlos Ramos.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Safin's going to have a second chance. Emotions are on the knife edge here.
Advantage.
Both ends of the court.
Yep.
Hewitt realises what's going on here, this game. And it was a foot fault because he gets those heels around. Touched the line.
Well, you knew when Safin came forward off that approach shot, he was in trouble because the ball was so low he couldn't get a good hit at it. But what a tremendous topspin lob again from Hewitt. This man is 6'4", and it needed to be hit to perfection.
What a game this one is turning into be. Foot faults, topspin lobs, forehands down the line.
Thank you.
Is there anything left to give us?
Advantage, Safin.
Emotions are running hot. Hewitt at the end of this point, screaming at himself.
Safin fights and fights hard and gets the third set back on serve, and the final comes alive again.
In that last changeover, they had a change of line judges. So it's not the same complement of line judges that were out there 5 minutes ago. They work on 45-minute shifts.
Starting to serve better, Safin. He's up to the high
49.
50%, 58% first serves into play. Safin, the first set was in the 30s. Second set, the 40s. And now he's dragged this set up a long way.
In fact, Jeff, in this set, before that serve, Safin was serving at 81% of first serves into play. That's extraordinary.
Yep. He's getting the odd free point.
Game Safin.
2 aces in the game again. Brings the tally up to 9.
4 games all.
You can just feel the electricity in the air here. We've talked about everything else around it. And you just feel that whoever can take control and win this set, they run out the winner. That's wide.
11-15.
Hewitt's first serve percentage, in contrast, is poor. For this set, 41. For the match, 46.
Let for service.
Second serve, set it up for him.
15 all.
That's terrific racket head control from Safin. Just out of Hewitt's reach. 15-30. Another foot fault.
Different end, different judge.
Oh. Well, Hewitt with a quick look up there that time. He didn't expect that shot, as explosive as it was, but just he unleashes on this forehand, Safin.
The momentum now with the Russian. 2 break points for a 5-4 lead in the third set.
It's one of them saved.
30-40.
Well, even the very best can get tight on the extremely big points.
Rebounds, please.
What a way for that to happen.
I was just thinking he hadn't served a double for a long, long time.
Lob. Yes.
Well, he played that to perfection, didn't he? He knew exactly what he wanted to do. This one, Safin goes in. This shot is played to keep the ball, to get a crack at the next one. Safin goes back into that corner, and that's where he paid the price. He knows he's got to come up with the goods on the serve. It's in those extended rallies.
11 aces now. 214 kilometres an hour, just one shy of his quickest for the evening. The final ticks into its third hour.
Safin knows that's going to happen. He's just a little slow moving to this one again. Good play from Hewitt. Brave shot.
A big serving game just when he needed it. Marat Safin on the verge of taking a 2-1 lead.
Thank you. Yes.
Not a difficult backhand, that one for Safin. He's feeling the pressure. Another big serve.
Advantage Safin.
He's won every point to the first court this game, Safin. Can't win one to the second.
That will do it.
Safin. 6 games to 4.
It's going to have to go to 5 sets if Hewitt is to win the championship. Safin takes a big stride and leads by 2-1.
left.
Wouldn't come in.
15
That would have been a sitter had Hewitt ventured to the net. Hasn't been in there too many times tonight.
In fact, he's had one volley winner only, Fred.
And he's been into the net 8 times and won 7 of them. Don't need to go in when you can serve like that.
Yeah. 40-15.
Unbelievable.
Safin does a Hewitt at full tilt. the big man. His coach is pretty happy about that. He's not.
40-30.
Look at the run here. The coverage, long, stretched out strides. Down the line, Hewitt had everything but that covered.
Deuce.
What a massive point that running forehand might turn out to be.
Can't play it any better than that one.
Advantage, Safin.
Safin pushed his man into the corner and then takes the overhead back into the same direction.
Safin with a point for a third successive break of serve.
Oh, yes, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh. 15 love.
Hewitt just landing awkwardly but getting up quickly.
30 love.
Well, he's doing some serious damage now. Safin from the back of the court, picking up the pace, finding the corners. Hewitt scrambling as ever, but very much on the defensive now.
Well, this serve is on song now, Jeff, isn't it? Beautiful rhythm. Up in the 60% range. That is good when you've got a serve like that. 12 aces to 6. Not so much the aces, it's the free points.
Oh.
$40-15.
Another big kicking second serve from Marat Safin. Concedes just the 1 point.
Safin leads 2 games to love.
The momentum is all his.
6 out of the last 8 years, we said earlier. Player that won their first semi-final gets through to win the final. Not a good sign here for Hewitt. He was about to prove it wrong for a set and a half. He's got a big struggle ahead now. He's not done, though.
Well, he led 4-1, though, Fred, in the third set. And so, therefore, he's lost the last 7 games.
Yep.
And it's just been one-way traffic.
Oh, boy, that's good. And Hewitt says, yep, he just stood right in over the top of that.
15 all.
He's getting too many looks, isn't he, at the second serve. And when he's starting to serve much better himself, the confidence level is elevated. That's a little overconfidence.
Yeah, that's, he said, no, calm down a little bit. A long way to go yet.
It's been a high-quality final. Winners to unforced errors ratios for both men. Safin 43 winners, 31 unforced errors. Hewitt 28 winners, 20 unforced errors. Well, Safin saying that the crowd calling out didn't help him.
2 games to 1. 30 left.
Well, this is just ideal for Marat Safin at this stage. Who knows whether he can keep it up, but he has just turned this around, as Jeff mentioned, with the serve. And when you don't have to do that much work and you get the serve in,
Gem, absolute gem. Not dissimilar to the shot that he played towards the end of the third set to break. Uses the left hand to pull that racket head through. The angle was extreme.
What a service game. A love game. Brilliant serving, great touch.
Safin leads 3 games to 1.
It is beginning to look as though Safin is going to be the man who will take away the trophy from Melbourne Park. Hewitt will fight it to the end, though, and he's going to need to. Serving at 1-3, 4th set, down 2 sets to 1.
Fault.
Another second serve from Hewitt, and another opportunity for Safin to be aggressive, and he took it.
what are the first serve percentages there now, Pete, for Hewitt?
50% for Hewitt, 58 for Safin. Surely one more break of serve might take the wind out of his sails. Greg Norman looks on, his parents look on. How many times have they heard Lleyton from the time he was a little fella talking about playing in this very match?
He's played 103 Grand Slam matches. Mum and Dad have watched him play every single one of them. Oh, boy. He was all over that one, Safin, just a little bit too anxious. What a beautiful return he made. And again, the fighting qualities of Hewitt, how he gets this one back. And then Safin wants to get it into the corner. Just doesn't let it get up high enough. Hewitt still lives.
Safin eyes the trophy now. Break point.
Yes.
Safin's got a guess.
Advantage, Hewitt.
Points in the match, and Safin has won 3 more.
What a point. Boy.
I want to rob from that guy who robbed Safin's legs earlier. This is a terrific shot from Hewitt. He does well. How Safin gets forward to this one, I don't know. And then controls it for a super angle. Hewitt at the full dive. Tremendous point, wasn't it?
Hewitt gives it a backer here.
Yeah. And he landed really heavily too.
Thank you.
What an important point. 15 love. Safin should take a couple of deep breaths.
This match has been played in wonderful spirit. They have a great mutual respect. Hewitt now the #2 player in the world, having overtaken Andy Roddick by winning the semi-final.
Oh, that's too good. Man, he's just turned the tap on with the serve. It wasn't that way. We were setting a bit.
And as we mentioned before the final started, Fred, 16 aces, but not one double fault yet.
You put the mocker on him again, Pete. You put the mocker on him again. Every time you say that, that happens.
Sorry, Marat.
Game, Safin.
That's a fair old reply. 2:15, up there with his quickest for the night. Ace number 17. Safin leads 4 games to 2. 2 games away from the championship. This man from Adelaide at the other end of the court, Lleyton Hewitt, has produced some amazing comebacks in this fortnight and in his career. He's going to need a big one here.
Interesting.
Well, it's worth a chance. There was a percentage play. Love 15. When you got a service break, love 15, you get a second serve, have a crack at it. It's in, you got love 30. The worst thing can happen, they're even. 15 all, and you still have that service break.
Again, having a crack at that second serve. If he was inhibited with his ground strokes in the first set, he's anything but now.
15-30.
Really flowing freely from his racket. Pinpoint accuracy, imposing himself on Hewitt.
Safin will not be happy with that. 15-30. Second serve.
I
think he's got to keep Hewitt honest and play the first serve on its merits. Have a crack at the second serve. Hewitt's still in there.
He gives himself, Fred, 1, maybe 2 more chances to break serve.
Just weight of shot here from Safin. Too good, too much power.
Safin's done a good job so far of keeping the crowd out of this, hasn't he? Hasn't taken much notice of them. Another big serve. Hasn't got frustrated. I thought he would get a little bit more annoyed with the crowd. But the crowd have been pretty good.
Well, yeah.
The Fanatics haven't overstepped the mark.
I think he said he's enjoyed reasonable support from the crowd, frankly, Safin.
Boy, Hewitt again was there, read that beautifully. Just a little bit off balance with it. Incredible serve again from Safin.
Affirmation from the box to their man. He's running out of time though.
Oh, what a brilliant shot. You can't hit a return of serve off that any better than Hewitt struck that return. And Safin was there with something with even more miles per hour on it.
Now then, the equation is simple for Lleyton Hewitt. Hold serve or it's all over. And even if he does, perhaps it seems that he may be just prolonging the inevitable.
Thank you. Right, please.
There are no come-ons now. He needs every ounce of energy he's got if he's to get out of this one. Hewitt into the corner, back in behind his man, turns directly around to go back and get on with the job. Robbed again. Safin just has a wry smile. He can't believe that net has been so bad for him tonight.
Double fault number 3 for Hewitt, combined with 6 aces. Safin 17 aces, 1 double fault for the match.
How many times of the last set and a half has Safin come up with that wonderful down the line backhand, and with just enough pace that even the speed of Hewitt cannot get there.
The number 4 seed is 2 points from the championship.
And by the way, he would love to do it on this serve and not have to serve it out.
Oh, gee, that's a gem.
Pretty confident at the moment.
Yes. Advantage, Hewitt. Thank you. abuse.
Good pressure again from Safin. The minute he played that low ball, he was moving forward. Hits it, keeps it low, moves forward immediately, looking for the short volley.
Advantage, Hewitt.
Another good serve down the middle. He's needed every one of those. Hasn't had enough.
Not too bad at all. He gives it everything he's got.
That's the one that's got him to the dance.
All good.
Yep, I think it made it.
It was good. Barely, but it was good. Right on the line.
It seems such a long time ago now that Hewitt had a stranglehold after the first set. It has been some sort of comeback from Marat Safin.
40 love.
Obliterated in 23 minutes in the first set.
One unforced error in the first set. Hadn't seen him play a perfect set like that ever. And that's what we said. Safin's only chance was that Hewitt couldn't play any better.
Thank you.
And Safin lifted his game.
Third time lucky. Marat Safin finally takes victory in Melbourne and wins a second slam. Lleyton Hewitt's Australian Open dream remains just that. What a comeback. What a belated birthday present as he joins Yevgeny Kafelnikov as an Australian Open champion in the centenary year.
To the runner-up of the Centenary 2005 Australian Open, his dream is still alive, ladies and gentlemen, Lleyton Hewitt. Couple of Australian champions there, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sure you'd like to hear from Lleyton. Lleyton Hewitt.
Thanks, mate. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate Marat on a hell of a tournament, mate. You came here, you're one of the best players in the world. You had a great finish to last year, and you knocked off the guy who's been nearly impossible. So you thoroughly deserve it, mate. I'd like to thank all the sponsors, especially Kia and Garnier, for putting in great sponsorship money for the tournament. Without your help, these kind of tournaments aren't possible. The Australian Open obviously is one of my favourite tournaments of the year, so yeah, please keep supporting. Thanks. I'd like to thank all the ball kids, the Lions people, everyone who's done a wonderful job behind the scenes the last 2 weeks. It's an absolute pleasure for not only myself but all the players worldwide to come here and play in this great event. It's just such a wonderful stadium. It's fantastic underneath there for the players. Yeah, it's been wonderful the last 2 weeks, so thank you. I'd like to thank my gang. I'd like to thank my parents, my family, my girlfriend Beck, my boys, Fitzy and Wally, Macca, Matt, Smithy, you know who you are. And lastly, in my group, I'd like to thank my coach, Roger. Mate, I love you, mate. You're a legend. Roger and I had a rough start together when he took over the reins, and there's no hidden secrets why I'm standing here today and number 2 and number 3 in the world, and Roger's got a hell of a lot to do with that, so thanks, mate, for all the hard work you put in. And lastly, I'd like to thank the crowds here in Melbourne. It's been unbelievable. I've been fortunate enough to play many big Davis Cup matches here. I'd never made it past the round of 16 at this event before, and I have all these people here that have been coming out the last 2 weeks to support me every second day. Without your support, I probably wouldn't have made it. My body wouldn't have held up. So thank you very much, and I'll try and go one step further. Thanks.
Lleyton Hewitt. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to our centenary champion. He has, in recent years, become a very, very good friend to Australia, and I know he'll be back. He is an out-and-out champion, Marat Safin.
Not yet. First of all, congratulations, Lleyton. You had a great start this year. Sorry. You had really good and tough 2 weeks. I've been watching you on TV, even though that I never watched tennis. And you were great against Nadal. You were great against Nalbandian. You are such a fighter. You have an amazing talent that God gave you to fight until the end, until the last ball. And I also have to remember that we played in Brisbane in '99 and Stuttgart, the first rounds of the tournaments, and now we're playing the final. So I think it's like after so many years together, we're playing the final. I think it's great for tennis. Of course, Lleyton would not achieve anything without the group. I think they deserve also. Well done, parents, coach, girlfriend, everybody. I have to admit that without, the sponsors, which is really important for tennis, you've been great. You are supporting, Kia supporting during, I think, last 4 years, right? Am I right? Now we have a new sponsor, Garnier. Thank you very much for that. And all the other sponsors that are making really this tournament happening, and give us such a good time. And for you guys, I think we enjoyed it last 2 weeks. So thanks to the sponsors. Without them, we hadn't. Then, of course, ball kids, linesmen. Like I said, always said that without linesmen, I would not win 1 point. So thank you very much for that. Thank you, they're very important. I think also the masters, all the security guys, all the drivers, all the volunteers who was helping this tournament during these 2 weeks. Thank you very much, and I think everybody appreciate the help, right? All right. My group sitting over there, my friends, my coach, my girlfriend, and everybody, managers. And of course, the last thing and the most important one, thanks to all of you to come here, to support me, to support all the other players. Thank you very much, even though that half of, basically 90% were with Lleyton tonight, but I still really appreciate that you really love tennis, you coming here, and like they said before, we broke the record these 2 weeks, 500,000, I don't know how many people. But it's really impressive. Thanks for all of you for coming here and supporting us. That's really, really great for you.